Hey, my name's Maci Webb, and I'm here with,
Carly Bertling.
and we're here to talk about our favorite classes throughout high school.
So today we're going to talk about freshman and sophomore year so far, as well as junior. So first let's start off with freshman year.
Well, my first period for freshman year, I had Intro to Bible, and it was a really cool class to learn about. I had Coach Snyder, and he was a really good teacher, and we got to watch these videos about the Bible, and it was just really interesting.
For first, I had wellness. I had Coach Deaton. That was probably my favorite class because, everyone loves Coach Deaton.
All right, and then for my second period, I actually had biology honors. It was a really good class. It was really hard for me. I struggled in that class, if I'm being honest. But it's a good class, and it's just one of those classes you have to take.
For second period, I had English. I had Miss Wright, and she was probably my favorite teacher throughout high school because I have her this year too, and she just really helps me with all my schoolwork and makes sure I understand everything.
And then for my third period, I had Miss Reich for geometry honors, and I feel like that class was really good. I think it was my favorite like form of math. It was different than your standard like numbers and stuff. You got to actually learn about like the shapes and stuff, and I really liked it.
Third period, I had history. I had Coach Brewer. That class is all right. I just really don't like history, to be honest, and I feel like nobody really does, but you got to do it.
Yeah. And then my fourth period, I had English honors with Miss Kelly, and I absolutely loved that class. It was always so much fun, and every single day it was something different. Like you always got to learn about like different forms of like writing and literature, and we were always studying something interesting. And then my favorite thing we did this whole like my whole freshman year was we read Romeo and Juliet, and we got to like act it out in front of the class, and like we had like tomatoes, which were just like wads of paper we got to throw at people like if they messed up their lines. And we never got to finish it because of COVID, but it was really fun, and I loved that class.
For my fourth period, I had algebra. I had Miss Clark and Miss Throne. That class was all right. Algebra is really hard, to be honest, if you're coming into high school, so just know that.
Yeah.
The class was really fun. Everybody in there I was friends with, and so whenever you're friends with everybody in a class, it just makes it so much more fun and easier.
Yeah. And then my fifth period, I actually had Mr. Holloway for World History and Geography honors. And that was a really fun class. I love Mr. Holloway. He's a great teacher, and I would definitely recommend.
My fifth period, I had Miss Broom for biology, and I just didn't really like that class. It was really hard, and it was a long period because that class I had A lunch, and so like you felt like you were sitting there forever. So it wasn't very fun.
Biology was definitely one of the hardest classes my freshman year,
Yeah.
but we all got through it. And then for my sixth period, I had Spanish 2 honors with Miss Weekly. I love that woman. I love Miss Weekly, and she was a really good teacher, and I felt like I was able to learn a lot in that class, and it just like made me have a love for Spanish.
My sixth period, I had film with Miss Archibald, which that class was okay. We did like a lot of movies, so that was fun. But
Yeah.
I'm glad I took film because I wouldn't be where I am today in school, being
Yeah.
able to take one of my favorite classes. So
Yeah, I
I
love this
guess it's
class.
good in the end.
Yeah. And then for my seventh period, I had Lifetime Wellness with Coach Sally. Coach Sally? Mr. Sally? I don't know. But I love him. It was always, Lifetime Wellness was always just kind of fun. You got to like play games and stuff. So, yeah.
I had Mr. Waite or Senior Waits for Spanish, and he's literally my favorite teacher of all times. He helped me
Yeah.
so much in that class. He always just made it fun, and
Yeah.
you could just goof off and just have a good time.
All right. Well, that was all of our freshman classes. So now we're going to move on to sophomores. Okay, starting off strong. My sophomore year, it was a hybrid year, so it was really hard for everybody. But my first period, I had Algebra 2 honors. And this was a good class. It was a good teacher and everything. I had Miss Glass. And I feel like I would have done better if it was a normal school year, but it was a hybrid year, so it was kind of hard for everybody just trying to learn math on your own. So, and my next class was sociology, and then ACT prep because it was half a semester. I love sociology. It was really like cool learning about. And then now I'm taking like psychology. So it's like it's different perspectives and it's really interesting. And then ACT prep is like a class you have to take. I have Mr. Swindle. I loved him. He was super nice. and I felt like it really helped me just like learning about the ACT. And then my third period, I had health science with Miss Trim. That's always a good class. I love Miss Trim so much, and I felt like I learned a lot, and I got like a lot of different like job perspectives for the future. And then next, I had chemistry, and I took standard, so I had Miss Underwood. It was a really good class. She was a great teacher, but I struggled with that one as well, just because like the hybrid year and like learning it on your own was definitely a struggle. But we got through it, and yeah. And then next, I had film and video honors with Mr. Ashby. I love Mr. Ashby. He was a great teacher. I feel like I learned a lot, like Carly said earlier, just like being able to like figure out like different stuff about films and like different camera shots and all this stuff just helped me to like get where I am today. And then next, I had ancient history with Coach Snyder again. I had him my freshman year, so having him again was really fun. It was a good class, and yeah, I liked it. And then last, I had English honors with Miss Chancellor May. That was a good class. Like I said earlier, I struggled a lot my sophomore year just because it was a hybrid, but it was a good class, and we got to learn a lot about different things, and I would recommend it.
Okay, from my sophomore year, I definitely struggled because, I mean, hybrid. I feel like everybody struggled being able to, like, do your work on time and, like, figuring out everything. But my first period was film 2, and I had that with Mr. Hudson. That class was okay. I mean, I liked intro to film a lot more, but, I mean, I like the class that I'm in now. Second period, I had chemistry with Miss Underwood. That class was definitely my hard class. I really didn't, if I'm being honest, I really didn't like it. It's because it was too hard, and when something's hard to me, I just don't like it. Third period, I had English with Miss Chancellor May. Same with that class. Didn't really like it, but I mean, I passed in the end. For fourth period, the first semester I had ACT prep, and then the second I had Bible. I absolutely loved Bible. I had Coach Snyder, and he always made class fun. Fifth period, I had geometry with Miss Jenkins and Mr. Howdicky. That class was my absolute favorite class. We always just had fun, and a lot of us participated, which made it a lot easier, and a lot of my friends were in that class. Sixth period, I had health science with Miss Trim. That was a very fun class. Everyone loves Miss Trim, and so she's like that type of teacher that you can just relate to.
Shout out to
And
Miss Trim.
and then seventh period last, I had senior weights again, who was my absolute favorite teacher. Um, he was, I don't know, he just really helped me a lot. So he left a good impression on me.
Enjoying going back to normal school, even like with the math, just going 5 days a week, has made it a lot easier on me as a student. I don't know about anybody else, but
Yeah, same. My junior year is going really good. I like all my classes, and it's just so much easier coming back 5 days a week and like getting your work done and like the football games. Obviously, everyone loves going to those and just being able to do everything high schoolers should do. Since we did not have that last year, so it's nice to be able to have a little bit of normalcy
yeah.
back.
Yep.
But yeah, that's it for our podcast. We hope y'all enjoyed, and thanks for listening.